Okay, welcome Valkyrie fans. Well, that was a little too close for comfort. The Chicago Sky gave us a run for our money. I've watched every Chicago game. They shot better 3-point shots than I've seen them shoot all season. That kept them like right in the game. And we were so-so with ours. I mean, we ended up pulling it out. So the Valkyries end up winning 83-78. Angel Reese went wild with rebounds, but it was weird when they announced she had like 15 rebounds. It was early in the fourth quarter. It didn't really seem like she had that many, but she did, and she got another double against us, and that in their 3-point shooting was phenomenal. I mean, Kia Nurse hit 3 in a row, and then Ariel Adkins hit some, and then Bannon hit some, and it was like, oh my God, they're going to stay right with us hitting these 3-point shots. And I mean, good for them. I mean, I said it in the pregame, Chicago's been playing better. And, I'll be really happy when we get all of our players back. Especially, and I'm not sure, I thought Temi was going to be back already, and she hasn't played the last 2 games. I'm hoping she'll be there for Seattle on Sunday. But, we're getting through. I mean, what was it, a 3-point game with New York, and we won this one. So I'm looking at the standings here, and New York lost, so they have moved down to 3rd. Phoenix did a number on them. They scored, it was 106-91. So Minnesota, and they eked out their win against Atlanta in overtime. But Fee was back. So New York lost, so they're now 11-4. Atlanta lost, so they're 10-6, and they're even with Seattle. And Seattle is our next opponent, and they are 1 ahead of us. Well, they're more than a game. So we're 8-7, they're 10-6. So if we beat them, they'll be 10-7, and we'll be 9-7. So then at that point, we'll be a game behind them. I don't know who Atlanta's playing because we're basically like a game behind Atlanta and Seattle. I mean, we're talking top 4 here. Top 4, top 5. We are 6th right now. Indiana won and Washington won, so they are even at 8-8 with Indiana and Washington. And then the Aces are 7-8. Then the Sparks are 5-11. Chicago's 4-11. Dallas lost. They're 4-13, and then Connecticut lost again, and they're 2-14. So that's how the standings are going. So, this wasn't a much more exciting game than I was hoping for. So let's have a look at the box score. Like I said, they shot really well from 3-point land, and their 3-point scorers were hitting. Angel Reese, she had 17 points and 18 rebounds. 11 of those were defensive rebounds. She shot almost 50%, and she hit a 3. We were leaving her open for hitting 3s. It was like right along with everybody else. So Kia Nurse was 5 for 11 from 3. Ariel Adkins was 2 for 6. Banham was 3 for 6. Rebecca Allen hit 1. Like I said, Angel Reese hit 1. Haley Van Lith hit 1. So they were 40%. They were just below 40% from 3-point range. But, early in the game, they were hitting those 3s and keeping them. Every time we'd start to get build a lead, they'd hit those 3s and it would keep them in the game. I don't know. Let's see. Biggest lead. They had a 5-point lead on us at one point. So, and our biggest lead was 9. We had 30 bench points to their 23, and then 28 points in the paint for us, and they had 20. A lot of those were in the end, I think, because I think we were way ahead of them. Turnovers, we were good, 9. It was a little sloppy, though. So total points we had, Rebecca Allen had the 1 3-point shot, so Reese had 17. Oli and Wayne had 4. Rachel Banham had 11. Ariel Adkins, she was big for them. I mean, she She was big in the second half. 20 points. Kia Nurse had 17. And then Haley Gimleth had 5. Elizabeth Williams had a foul shot. So, Kayla Thornton, season high, I believe, 29 points. She had 6 rebounds. She shot 53% from the floor, 57 from 3. And she was 9 for 10 from the line. Talbot had 2. Oh, no, she didn't have any points. That was something else. Monique Billings had 9. She was key on a few possessions. Very key on a few possessions. Tiffany Hayes had 13. Burton only had 2. She's been falling off scoring-wise lately. And I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's because Tiffany Hayes is back in the lineup. But, and then Caitlin Chen. Way to go, Caitlin. 10 points. That's her career high. She was 3 for 4. She had a 3, and she was 3 for 5 from the foul line. Good for Caitlin. Very wonderful. Ami here had 3 points. Kate Martin had 11. She hit a couple key threes. So she had 3 3-pointers, shot 42%. Very nice. Chloe Bibby had 2 3-point shots. So that was pretty much it. That was the gist of the game. Like I said, it was more exciting than I was thinking it was going to be. And I thought some of the other games would be close, and they weren't. Phoenix pretty much handled New York. And then the other game, what was the other game? Seattle was playing. Oh no, they were playing Connecticut. I didn't think that would be close. But hey, you know what? A win's a win. A win is a win. And you know what's really funny? I kept every time Carla Late was on the floor, she always seemed shorter than because they list her at 5'9", but she was in street clothes and she was standing next to Caitlin Chen, and Caitlin Chen is 5'9", and she was right there with her. I'm like, okay, she looks taller in street clothes. Maybe I was wrong before. She seemed shorter when she was on the court. And she was, because at one point she was standing next to Van Loo and she looked shorter than her. But I guess she is 5'9". They list her at 5'9". She was standing right next to Chen. So, it doesn't matter. All I know is she's speedy and we want her back. So, we want her back soon. And Temi and, but I guess we got one more game to get through before everybody comes back, which is good and bad. Because some of these players are gonna get waived, which that's sad. But you know what? We have a winning record, and we are in the 6th place in the league after 15 games. So that's a good thing. It's a very good thing. All right, Valkyries. We'll be back on Sunday for another round with the Seattle Storm. So we'll see you next time.